Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now Fields. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now it's Fields. Pickens on the slant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, 34 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Going with White here, toss left. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And they go play action here with O'Connell. Short throw caught by Bowers. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Going to run with Madison again. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. A first carry for Najee Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Tyree Wilson getting back there in a hurry and handing him a loss.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Harris running straight ahead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back to throw. Fields. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 37. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On the give, it's Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Jalen Warren, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Off the play fake. O'Connell. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll go up the middle with White. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 9 here. From the shotgun, O'Connell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Fields. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Evades him at the 20. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. A handoff for Warren. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
To throw is Fields. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Fields now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Again, Fields. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Van Jefferson from a yard out. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And O'Connell now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here now a 3rd and 20. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. In motion right is Austin. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. To throw here, O'Connell. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And some room to maneuver. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now it's O'Connell. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third down and 13. Throwing, O'Connell. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 21-0 lead already, and no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's one. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A final shot before the break. Fields. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this up.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And his throw is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Looking to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Fields. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap. Fields. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. But partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. "47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Fields. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, O'Connell. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's O'Connell. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On the give, this is Harris. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 9. They run again with Harris. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On third down, here's Harris. Fights off the defender. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bowers. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably is Agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now O'Connell. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw, O'Connell. He hits Adams, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. O'Connell working from the gun. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. O'Connell. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Second and 11 at the 41. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.